Welcome to another Zincast, and we have some winter weather to talk about. You might be saying, Chris, 64 degrees outside. What are you talking about winter weather? Well, winter not over. A cold front is on the way, and with that cold front, another storm system, and that's going to bring the chance of some winter weather. Now, I will say right off the bat here that this is definitely the northern areas special, okay? This is not a coastal special. Okay, this is an inland special. That's the proper word I'm looking for. All right, so let us get right into it. Right. So let's take a look. Actually, let's talk about the weather. Right. So let's see that cold front I was talking about. This is the NAM right around noon, which is right around when I'm recording this. You can see the cold front is right there, and as we go through the time period, you can see how the freezing line just drops straight south, and it will be below freezing by this evening, later this evening. And at that point, you'll notice that all of tomorrow, you don't get above freezing. So tomorrow's going to be cold, and that sets the stage for the upcoming storm system. So let us take a look at the 850 millibar map here. And I just want to show this here because there's the low. This is the high. This is feeding in the cold air. This is feeding in the warm, moist air. And where they collide, you get some nice snow. Now, the more the warm air can bleed in, obviously then you get changeover, mixed rain, and so on, which is definitely going to happen on the coast. Oh, by the way, I will have a snow map at the end of this video, which we will go over. So stay tuned for that. But let us actually work through this. And here is the key difference. The previous storm system, we did not really have an entrenched area of cold air. We did not have high pressure system to the north. And the low tracked like that. We had all the warm air come in, and that's why it's 64 degrees outside. It's beautiful, right? And we had a ton of rain yesterday. But that's what happened then. This is different, okay? We have the cold air that's working in. And you'll see the low does track up fairly north, right? But then what happens to it? It moves off the coast. It transfers itself off the coast. So it is not an inland runner. So it does not continue this way, okay? It moves this way, okay? It transfers this way. And at that point, the cold air is able to stay locked in the inland areas, okay? Again, the coast is not your storm here, okay? But for the inland areas, you're going to get a bunch of snow out of this. The question is, how far inland can the snow get? So let's go ahead and take a look at the surface map here. This is at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. And you will see that around 1 a.m., so late Thursday, right? 1 a.m., so that's really Friday early morning, right? Snow starts overspreading the area. And even New York City, you're getting some snow. Start off as some snow. You'll see snow in pretty much from central Jersey north, right? Now, as we go to 7 a.m., rush hour, snow starts changing over in places like Rockland County, Bergen County. And you can see how New York City, you're right on that line there. You probably changed over a little earlier. Who knows, give or take an hour or so. But you see how the warm air associated, because here's the low, circle that low, right? So you got this warm air wrapping in, right? And that's what's causing the changeover, okay? But you'll notice as we move forward, as that low transfers to the coast and starts moving off the coast, okay? The winds now shift in from the northeast, and you see that rain snow line is like right there, okay? Or the mix line. And, this is the GFS. The NAM is actually much warmer. So, and that's the thing. All the models are going to be slightly different. I think that high pressure is strong enough. It's definitely going to entrench cold air. And you'll see my snow map and thinking of all that. But this is 1 p.m. on Friday. And then by 7 p.m. Friday, the metro starts clearing out. You still have snow in the northern areas, right? Catskills, Vermont area. And by 1 a.m., that is all gone. So we're talking about a 24-hour event almost, right? 1 a.m. to 1 a.m. slightly less, okay? Maybe 18-hour event, depending on where you are. So yeah, it's a pretty long duration event. Again, starting late tomorrow night, right? And through Friday, late afternoon, early evening. Let's call it at that, depending on where you are. So let's talk about the snow maps. In Central Jersey on south, pretty much rain. Who knows, right? Maybe you see a few flakes. Nothing really going to stick. But New York City area, right? That's where we're talking. I have you guys trace to 3 inches. I don't see 3 inches happening in New York City. Trace definitely 1 inch, maybe 2, maybe. But again, it's overnight, right? So let's say it starts snowing around 1 a.m. and you get an inch before it changes over at, say, 7 a.m. and it washes away. Did you even know? Let's say you woke up at 9 a.m. So, I don't know, right? I don't know. I'm just saying. Is it really going to count? Because it's definitely going to change over. You might have a little brief period of some freezing rain and sleet in the morning. So definitely, the rush hour traffic, take it slow in the New York City area. All right. Areas just north and west of New York City, right? 2 to 4. I have you in this 2 to 4 range, right? 2 to 4 range. And again, this is where I definitely think icing and sleet and freezing rain is much more of a threat. Faster you change over, the more closer you would be to 2 inches. The later you change over, you might sneak into 4. You might get that burst, right? You get some accumulation before the changeover. This actually reminds me of that storm. It was a storm in January. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. But anyway, I digress. 2 to 4 inches. Again, this is where definitely icing, I think, is going to be an issue. And so just, again, be careful in the morning, specifically during rush hour. And throughout the day, because even if you do fully change over to rain, let's say in Rockland County, back end, it does get cold again really quickly. So things will freeze. North of that, okay, this is my 4 to 8 range, right? My 4 to 8 range. This is where I think you'll have the least amount of mixing. I still think there is a chance of mixing here. That will cut down totals if you get mixing. So if you don't get mixing, be closer to the 8, right? Or how much of the mixing you get. If you get less mixing, more mixing, closer to the 4. And above that, Catskill region, Mount Snow region, right? I should have put that up there. Catskill region, right? Over here, this is where I think you guys are going to be the ones that look out the most. 6 to 12. I definitely, closer to that 12 in the Mount Snow region. By Hunter, sometimes that warm tongue of air just kind of rides up this valley, and sometimes you change over a little bit, or you just have like sleet and snow at the same time, so that could cut down on some totals. But I'm still liking the 6 to 12 for that region. And again, I think this weekend will be a great weekend to go up skiing, snowboarding, whatever it is that you like to do. All right, so that is the snow map. Remember the timing, say around midnight tomorrow, maybe just a little bit before, depending on where you are, maybe a little bit after, depending on where you are. And then all the way through Friday, let's say evening, is when it does clear out. All right, so winter is still not over. Enjoy the 60s today as you have them, because they are going to be fleeting. The temperature will be dropping slowly. That cold front is moving very, 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 very slow. But it will get here, and that sets the table for this system to come in, gives it some cold air to work with, and then we see the winter weather. Hey, listen, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Leave some comments below. Comment about anything. Let me know how well you did. Ask me some questions, maybe. When I mean how well you did, how well you do with the storm, how much snow you get. So that'll be comments after the video, after the storm has passed. But if you have questions about storm, throw them in there. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. And yeah, I think upstate. I think I might have to go upstate for this one. Sometimes you gotta go to the snow. Anyway, folks, these models, they don't make the weather. Just remember that and have a good one.